ready.
Audio.
And welcome to Generation X Youth Sports Network. You just saw it here, ladies and gentlemen, as we crowned the 2021 6 and Under champion. It all went down. Congratulations to those boys out of Georgia. RDU is your 2021 6 and Under champion. Right now, we'll feature the top 7 U teams in the country. Of course, you'll see these different uniforms. You may not recognize them because they want to make sure they have their drip ready for the national championships. Team in the blue, out of Texas, Pac Prime, featuring one of the biggest backs in youth football at the 7 and Under, number 1. You'll see him a little bit later in this broadcast. I'm sure you'll feature him. He's right now at the 45-yard line. Big kid. But the number 1 ranked team in the country in the neon green and the black, RDU, defending national champs. They came in, they won it all last year at the 6 and Under. And they're coming here to defend their national championship right now against Pac Prime. And here we go, the game begins. 7 and Under action. Pac Prime will set up their offense around the 33-yard line, beginning of the first quarter. Big hit in the backfield, and that is well, they will feature their big back. But this RDU defense, I'll tell you who to look out for. Number 7, he is a vicious hitter for RDU. They call him Atwater, Baby Atwater, and you'll see why in this broadcast. Of course, yes, that is a 7-year-old kid you're seeing out there. He is a giant above boys, and that is who they depend on to move the ball. So it will be a battle of size against will. You'll see him line up right now at the tailback position or at the fullback in a 2-point stance. He'll lead block right now, pushes his competition out the way, but could not get out of the grip of the outside linebacker, number 1. Good open field tackle. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for Pac Prime. Quarterback rollout, pressure there, and he will not be able to get out the pocket. RDU defense showing tenacity out there. That'll be a loss of yards, and that's going to bring up 4th down for Pac Prime on their opening drive. 8 minutes and 24 seconds in this game that's just ticked away on the 4th quarter. But you can see RDU wants to set the tone early with aggressive defense, and Pac Prime is just kind of feeling their way out. They'll elect to punt it here. So the 7U will elect to punt it, and they'll walk it off. And this is where RDU will set up their offense. That looks like it's going to be a false start. Ball on the ground. They called it. Ball was snapped. So that almost was disastrous for RDU, as there was miscommunication between the quarterback and the center. Ball once again on the carpet. Quarterback will roll out to the left, calls his own number. Gets to the 29-yard line, but big defense by Pac Prime, and he will get back to the original line of scrimmage. But both defenses come out and set the tone early for both teams. That'll bring up 4th and long for RDU. 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Handoff right up the middle. Gang tackle. Big hit as RDU is out there doing flips. Timeout on the field. Five minutes left in the first quarter. Your score is 0-0. Flags on the play. And that's going to be a false start. To back them up 5 yards. That's going to be 3rd and 15 for Pac Prime. And it's going to be hard to kind of get against this type of defense. These kids swarm to the ball and kind of slow down that rush. You'll need to do certain plays that can slow it down, such as draw plays or screen plays. But at 7 years old, you're kind of limited to your playbook. Third and long, quarterback's in shotgun. Player in motion. Misdirection there, number 1 on the carry. Stiffs on one player, won't make another miss, and they'll gang tackle him once again at the line of scrimmage. And as you can see, this RDU team has been looking forward to playing Pac Prime, and they say they have no fear in playing that big back. They want to get his shoulders going east and west versus north and south, feeling he's less effective that way. And you can see their philosophy has been working for him thus far in the first quarter. That brings up 4th and long, Pac Prime, 4 minutes and 27 seconds. And let's see if they'll elect to punt the ball at their 37-yard line. That's most likely going to be the case. And they'll punt it. RDU offense will be ready to get on the ball right away. Four minutes and 1 second left in the first quarter. Score 0-0. RDU ball, 1st and 10. Hand off to the right-hand side. Strong tackle by Pac Prime. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8 for RDU. Twins to the bottom of the screen. Quarterback is under center. 1 back set. Double tight. Quarterback will roll to the right, calls his own number, tries to get to the outside. Stiff arms one player, gets upfield to the 40. And you can see that burst of speed as he was able to tiptoe on the sideline. Not enough for a first. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left. That will bring up 3rd and 5 for RDU. Coach sending in the signals from the sideline. I formation. They'll do a long count here. Handoff right up the middle. Oh, fooled me there, but did not fool the defender from Pac Prime. Looked like it was a handoff at the middle, but the quarterback would keep his own number and try to hit the outside, cut down at the line of scrimmage as he'll lose 2 yards there. That brings up 4th and 7 or 4th and a long 6 for RDU. And listen, it's been a battle of both defenses right now. Coaches both playing smart football, electing to punt and flip the field, so field position is going to be a big part of this game. And trust in their defense, since both defenses have been playing lights out. Kind of similar of what we saw in the 6 and under. No difference in philosophy here. Your score 0-0, 1 minute and 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball is on the ground, and they're going to tackle him in the backfield. So you saw what Pac Prime wanted to do there. He's not used to taking that direct snap. That's not the quarterback. That's number 1, the running back. And so they wanted to direct snap it to him and let him get his momentum running down towards Rare Breeds. Rare Breeds all over it. And what the coach has told me that he's done, I interviewed the RDU coach earlier in this game. With the RDU coach, and of course, Rare Breeds looking like it's the Rare Breeds because they're in that black and green, but that's RDU. And that's the uniforms that they won last year from 2020 National Championships. But that is RDU, looking like the Rare Breeds, I want to say. But what he said, he would practice against their 8U to get used to playing against those big backs. As they shoot the gaps right there. In the backfield, they'll lose another 3 yards as it's all RDU defense winning at the point of attack. Just sample for wake up. And they'll do a reverse here. And he's tackled in the backfield as both of these defenses are, I got to tell you, penetrating, blitzing in the backfield. Both of these defenses has been, really just attacking the line of scrimmage. And I want to say an average of these, both offenses, probably averaging around -5 yards per series. Going backwards. So it's been punt, 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 punt for both offenses. And both defenses are standing strong. Extra large, extra large. Extra large. Yeah, no. Sergeant, wake it up. Sergeant, wake it up. Hand off left-hand side. Hit at the line of scrimmage, no gain. And that has been the familiar tone of this game so far in the second quarter. It'll be about a 2-yard gain at a second and 8 for RDU. RDU, the defending national champs from the 6 and under of 2020. Here defending their national championship run. Number 1 ranked 7U team in the nation. Woo! Cut down at the line of scrimmage and ball is out. Let's see who recovers that. And that will be 4th down. So they were lucky enough to get back on the ball, but not after a vicious hit delivered by a Pac Prime defender. Wow. As a Pac Prime defender, number 1 Aiden comes and swallows up everything we talked about what number 1 could do offensively. Well, now you can see what he does defensively as he devoured the running back and quarterback simultaneously. That brings up 4th down. And the Pac Prime parents are trying to get their kids pumped up as their defense are really covering their team. Pac Prime sets their offense up. Lead block to the right-hand side and upended at the line of scrimmage. It's been all defense. I mean, shout out to both these defensive coordinators. They came in here with a game plan to attack the offensive line of scrimmage. These kids are in the backfield of both offenses since the beginning of this game. Your score is 0-0, 7 minutes and 43 seconds left in the second quarter. Fullback dive, and again to number 1. And he's met by a pack of RDU players. No gain on the play. 7 minutes and 4 seconds left in his first half. No score by either team. And really no first downs. Pitch play. He'll cut back in, and he's hit hard. These kids are trying to dislodge helmets out here The smackdown by number 7. I told you to look out for him. They call him Baby Atwater, and you see why. And there's no surprise again, another punt, as both defenses here are putting on a defensive clinic. And I know this sounds cliche, ladies and gentlemen, but probably the first team that scores wins here. Five minutes and 58 seconds left in the first half. Score 0-0. If you're just tuning here to Generation X Youth Sports Network, make sure you share it. Let everybody know these kids are playing for a national championship. It's come down to these last two 7 and under teams in the nation. And it looked like one of the backs were tackled for a loss, but that was just a decoy as they did a crossbuck, but only for a minimum gain. That'll be a gain of maybe a 1.5, 2 yards. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for RDU. 5 minutes and 39 seconds in the second quarter. They'll change formation. They'll split a wide receiver out. 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback's under center. Handoff, jet sweep, cuts back in the middle, swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage as both of these defenses are playing suffocating techniques right now. Man, I just see no daylight for something that is really working for either one of these two teams offensively. They haven't been able to test or even see a chink in the armor of either one of these defenses. You know, usually in a game you'll see if someone's running off tackle and they're gaining 5 yards here, 6 yards here. Just haven't seen it in this game thus far. Quarterback will call his own play, cuts in and out, and even a play that usually goes for a lot for RDU is cut back with another minimum gain of 1 yard. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for RDU. Clock is running, 4 minutes and 29 seconds left in the first half. Coach is sending his play. If he's going to go for it offensively, I think he may have, because I think he's feeling really comfortable that his defense can really defend anywhere on the football field. So you might see an RDU go for it here versus punt. Well, he changed his mind, playing smart football. They'll punt it. Live to fight another day, and he'll trust his defense to stand in the paint. He's going to make Pac Prime drive the field. He's not going to give them decent field position. He says if he's going to get beat, they're going to need to drive the field and drive it against that RDU's defense, which we can already see, ladies and gentlemen, it's been pretty hard to even get 5 yards. So we have yet to see either team in this championship game convert a first down yet. So that is just telling you how hard or how intense these defenses are playing right now. And these are two top-ranked teams. You're talking about the number 1 team in the nation that usually scores 30 to 40 points easily. This time they change the formation, no trips. Ball is up in the air, caught, and of course, like I've been saying, like a broken record, hit at the line of scrimmage. Gain of maybe 1.5. One of the few rare passes that we've seen so far, because both defenses just won't allow any quarterback to set up for a pass play. So if it is going to be a pass play, it's going to have to be quick. You'll see the unique defense played by RDU. No deep safety. They're going to hug everything at the line of scrimmage. Safety is in the box, which they call a rover back, with 5 down linemen. So there's a lot of pressure that they're applying at the line of scrimmage. Quarterback rolls to the right. Has some room. The biggest gain that we've seen thus far, he's at the sticks. Let's see if it's enough to get the game's first down. And we'll take any type of victories we can get right now here, ladies and gentlemen. That's a big play that we've seen so far. First down Pac Prime, 10-yard gain. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Quarterback's in shotgun, trips receivers to the bottom of your screen. Quarterback will call his own number. Draw play, and wow, he scooped up and deposited to the turf at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Minute 43-second left in the half. Brings up 2nd and 9. Player brings into play from the sideline for his skill positions. The linemen are already at the line of scrimmage. Both of these teams run what they call a sugar huddle. They don't really have to huddle up like traditional teams. It's a very fast tempo game. Both teams are usually to the line of scrimmage right after a play. Quarterback back to pass. He'll throw it up one-on-one. He's wide open and caught at the 49-yard line. Back-to-back first downs for this Pac Prime offense. And they'll call a timeout, or we may have an injury timeout as the kids take a knee. So we'll have an injury timeout, stops the clock at 1:09, but let's take a replay. Let's take a look at this replay as the quarterback was set up in the pocket, had a clean pocket, very accurate throw as he goes on top of the safety, and he was able to get behind the defense. And you see that's enough for a first down, gets down to the 49-yard line. So 2 back-to-back first downs with only 1:09 left in this half. So the player's able to get up on his own power. I hear them clapping it up. Let's see. And he'll walk it to the sideline. So good to see that young man get up on his own power. We'll make sure these kids have a safe trip back home and have a healthy game from first quarter to last quarter. I want to appreciate all the different states that participated in the Youth National Championship this year. Teams all the way from Washington, Seattle, California, DMV area, out of New York area, Buffalo, Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri. I know I'm forgetting a lot of them. Virginia, North Carolina. So it's a lot of states participating in the Youth National Championships. Just let these kids see all different type of styles of football in front of them at a young age is only going to get them better. As you can look at today's society, it's, listen, ESPN, it's usual for a high school to get on a plane and play another team out of state. That's usual schedule now. So get them ready for the next level on the youth level now. So 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the half. Pac Prime is on the move. 2 back-to-back first downs. It's been all quarterback. He had a quarterback draw where he was able to get outside, and then he delivers it over the top of the safety for a nice gain. Score 0-0. Pac Prime in the same formation again. Shotgun. This time twins to the bottom of the screen. Play action. No, he hands it off to number 1. And no room there as the defensive line for RDU has been extremely active. No lanes, no run lanes have really been open against this RDU's defense. So that will continue the clock running at 51 seconds. As that's a running play, clock will not stop. Sends a player in motion. Quarterback's in shotgun. 1 back set. This time he'll call his own number. Breaks 1 tackle, will not break the second. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And the clock is ticking at 32, and it's going to be a timeout call. Timeout Pac Prime. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. They're trying to get some type of points before this first half expires, and so they'll call a timeout.
You look good, you play good, and Chargers look real good.
I told you. won't smoke me? Who 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 won't smoke me? Be on my page like Slavovon, I know they trolling me. Outside with y'all big homie be on, I keep the folks with me. Cat it back in blood, y'all just don't know that's how it's supposed to be.
Inside. Oh my God! And now running down the sideline.
Who the f is that?
In open field, it's off to the races, and he gets ran down around, I want to say, the 43. And that clock is ticking. They're going to try to get back to the line of scrimmage and get another play off. 15 seconds left and ticking. It's going to be kind of hard for them to make it happen. Not if they have to send another play. They're going to go into the coaches are signaling them to go to the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be too late with only 3 seconds left. And they get hit with the false start. Didn't get set. And that's going to take us to our half, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 0-0. Rdu Pac Prime, 7 and under national championship.
towards your birthday. Birthday, man. After 10 years old, nigga, ain't no birthday.
And welcome to the second half as RDU receives the ball, and he'll be tackled around the 35 and a half yard, and that's where they'll set up their offense. Second half of action, if you're just joining us, the score is 0-0. A defensive showdown between RDU and Pac Prime at the 7 and under division. Direct snap, quarterback. He'll try to get outside. East to west, and whoa, he's clothesline out of bounds. No flags. But just showing you can't get outside of that Pac Prime team. If you're going to get yards, you're going to need to go north and south. East and west is going to be a very dangerous journey for you as these Pac Prime Wolves are on the move. So right now, 9 minutes and 25 seconds in the third quarter. The score is 0-0. RDU is across the 50 in Pac Prime territory. 2nd and 8. Direct snap once again. He'll try to get to the outside. Makes one player miss. Gets trapped up at the line of scrimmage. Minimum gain once again. Let's see where they mark him at. It's just hard sledding to get any yards on either one of these defenses. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8, 0 gain. And big play, and flags come in right now. Makes one player miss, did a exceptional move. Steps out of bounds. Let's see what this flag is. And Holden brings it back. So finally, Rare Breeds was able to spring one open, but to their dismay, comes back 10 yards from the point of attack. So that's going to bring up 3rd. So they'll run that play again, right up the middle. And now they have a 1st down. Quarterback will call his number, bobbing and weaving, and he'll get to around the 32, and there's going to be flags in the backfield, and that's going to be holding against RDU, so that's going to come back. Quarterback calls his number once again. Nothing there as Pac Prime is able to bottle him up right at the line of scrimmage. Oh, nice move as he's able to make the cornerback miss, and he's off to the races. And that might be a flag there. It looked like a face mask. Let's see if they call it or not. But what a move there. Wow. As it looked like he had an opportunity to catch him in the backfield, cuts back in and made him do a baseball slide and got around the corner. Lost containment. So that's going to be timeout, Pac Prime. They're going to want to talk about this because RDU has gotten as deep in Pac Prime's territory this entire game. And let's take a look at that as the cornerback was in great position to make the tackle, stepped up, and that's what you teach your cornerback. Hey, force him back in to the rest of our defense. And here you go, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see him get there. Cornerback comes up to make the play and just cuts in. Grabbed nothing but air, and he was able to accelerate and get upfield. Almost to the 6. That's going to bring up 3rd and maybe 2.5 yards for RDU. And the ball right now is spotted, I want to say around the 26-yard line, 27-yard line. And it's the best scoring opportunity that RDU has had thus far in the entire game. Same play once again. They'll run towards the same side. And this time they'll bottom up. It's going to be close to the sticks. That's going to be about a yard short of the first down. So very important yard and distance. And you'll see RDO will hurry up and get back to the line of scrimmage. And most likely they're going to run the same play again when they get back that close. Quarterback sneaks it to the left, and that's going to be enough for a first down. So some very nice play calling there as all those kids knew to get back to the line of scrimmage instantly and run an actual opposite play. Instead of going back to the quarterback in the round, they went to a quarterback sneak just to get the first. And there's no huddle right now. They're getting signals from the sideline right now at 7 and under. Listen, I know a lot of 13U coaches that are implementing for their kids for hand signals, so you got to give just enormous credit at the 7 and under. They're able to run this offense like this. This time he'll make one player miss, 2 players miss, turns the corner, gets to around the 15-yard line, lowers his shoulder to gain a yard. Let's see how many yards they count off here. Our cameraman is clearing out the fans. From in front of his view. Second and 4 for RDU. Quarterback direct sneak. He'll cut in, accelerate, makes one player miss. Step back out. It's going to be a foot race to the end zone. Stiff arms and touchdown. Look at that play. Wow. He did about 4 major moves to get in the end zone. Cut in, cut out. Stiff arm and turned on the juice to get in that end zone. Wow, look at this play, ladies and gentlemen, on the replay. This is all effort. 1 player, 2 players cut in there. He'll cut back out, accelerate now, and he still has his eye on somebody else. Stiff arm, and welcome to the end zone. Way to carry your team, young man, as he punches it in for RDU, 6-0. Point after attempt. And point after attempt will be no good as Pac Prime is all over it. He'll be tackled for a loss. So your score, ladies and gentlemen, 6-0 RDU right here on Generation X Youth Sports Network. When we come back, more action in the third quarter. And the kickoff gets him all the way back to the 22. Still trying to get the ball. And it's going to be a fight for the ball right here. And it will be Pac Prime football. And they'll need to be very careful right now because the RDU kids are amped up right now. And you can expect this defense to come out fired up. If you know anything about this head coach of this RDU 7U, Coach Batman, he's a very energetic guy where that energy kind of just overflows to his kids. So as they go up 6-0, Pac Prime is going to have to kind of weather this storm because I can guarantee you these kids are going to want to swarm to the ball on every single play on this series. And then Pac Prime will just need to get in line of what got him here. You know, Aiden is one of their top backs. He's a big back. And I think it's just being selective of how you run him against this RDU defense. You'll have to run him off tackle, in tackle, where he's not really just trying to use the speed, but his size and power. Running directly at RDU and not away from them or trying to out-accelerate them. It's going to be hard to do. It's just too much speed on that RDU's defense. So a quarterback will be in shotgun. 2 receivers. Snap is low, direct snap to the quarterback. And no dancing allowed there as he's hit at the line of scrimmage. Minimum gain. They'll move the sticks maybe 1 yard. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this third quarter. They trail 0-6 behind the #1 team in the country, RDU. And off right up the middle, runs into his own player. And the RDU players are flexing their muscles right now as they get up out of that pile. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 9, 3 minutes and 1 second ticking in this third quarter. Will Pac Prime be able to get their offense going on this play right here because they're in deep field position? There's going to be a flag on the play. And we may have a sideline warning. And that is what that's going to be. So coach can't be out at the numbers giving the kids to play. And that comes an advantage when you can call your plays like the other team is doing, so just sending their hand signals in, saves you on time and getting out on the football field. So you'll see on your camera, coach is out there still giving his kids some instructions in between plays to get to the rest of his team. So different levels as you're coaching on this national stage. Things that makes it a little bit easier for the communication skills for your players and getting plays in and out. All of it counts. Every single bit of it counts. But both of these coaching staffs do a great job of really getting their kids here on this next level and top tier playing from both of them. So here we go, 3rd and long for Pac Prime. Hand off to #1. He's going east and west, and that's not what he wants to do against that RDU team. He loses 7 or 8 yards on that play. Yeah, he's bigger than all of them, but when you're taking on 4 and 5 of them, easy to cut you down. And we just talked about that a couple plays before. To attack this RDU team, you need to run 1st and down. And #1 showing a little bit of his frustration right now. Remember, he's big, but he's still a 7-year-old kid, so of course they're going to be emotional. But the coach is going to need to help him out and the team out and run directly at RDU and not try to get outside of them because that's only going to frustrate those kids getting clipped up and tripped up trying to run east and west because that RDU defense is built on speed, not so much size. They look like they'll let to punt the ball. And so when we come back, more third quarter action right here on Generation X Shoe Sports Network. And welcome back to the action. 1st and 10, RDU. Big run to the right-hand side. And it's going to be a foot race now to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, RDU. Wow. Big touchdown as they ran away to the opposite side of number 1, who actually had great penetration in the backfield on that play. They ran to the weak side and touchdown as no one was able to touch him as they struck out for a 49-yard touchdown. RDU goes up 2 scores, 12-0, with just 1 minute left in the third quarter. And a defensive battle like this, as efficient as this RDU defense has been, that is a big mountain for Pac Prime to really get back into this game. They've been limited on first downs, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2 first downs the entire game. So they're going to need to dial up some plays that can make them get back into it, go into that playbook. Point after attempt, looks like it'll be no good as it's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. So, let's see. Extra point is good, so you add 2 points to it. 14-0 is your score, ladies and gentlemen, in the 7 and under Youth National Championship. 1 minute left in the third quarter. RDU over Pac Prime. And they get the onside kick back, and it looks like it's going to be really tough sledding right now. 55 seconds left. And off to the left-hand side. Makes one player miss. Another one miss. On his feet. Now it's time to accelerate. And he'll get across the 40-yard line. As RDU offense, they're trying to set up right now. As you see, they're not trying to wait on anyone. And that offense will be ready to go in seconds. They're only waiting for them to move the chains for a first down. But as you can see, they don't huddle. They're already in their respective spaces. Very up-tempo offense for 7 and under. And that's going to take us to fourth quarter action right here, ladies and gentlemen. RDU 14, Pac Prime 0.
Understand me. Understand me. Yes, sir. We come here for one thing only. To punch them in their motherfucking mouth. If you ain't about it, say you ain't about it and get the f out of here.
Nine minutes and 48 seconds left in this game. RDU 14-0. And right now on offense, around the 34-yard line, 2nd and 6. Calls his own number once again, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Gonna move the chains. Correct. End around, and it's going to be flats on the play and thrown down hard. Quarterback tries to get out of bounds, and so Pac Prime defense holds there, and they're going to need to get the ball back if they want to try to get back into this game with only 7 minutes and ticking on the clock. Tight formation, and this time number 1 comes in and lays the wood. He crashes through the line of scrimmage and makes a tackle for a loss about 3 yards. Big play by Pac Prime's number 1, and they have him right now at the defensive nose position, and he is bringing the heat. Quarterback back to pass. Oh, over the outstretched hands of his receiver. He put a little bit too much mustard on that pass, but had a wide open receiver running down the middle of that defense. That'll bring up 4th and long. And that's usually where RDU punts it, but as well as their defense has been playing, I don't know if RDU really fears Pac Prime's offense at this point. So we'll see if he calls the punt team off. And he will. You'll see the unit switch out. So he'll want to flip the field position. Thought about it for a second, says, you know what? My defense has been playing lights out all night. Let them have a little fun too. They'll punt it, they'll mark it off. And Pac Prime will have to set their offense up around the, I want to say 13, or I want to say the 12-yard line, so they'll need to drive 88 yards to get in this end zone. And off right-hand side has a little room. Positive yards for Pac Prime. That should move the ball like around 5 to 6 yards. So let's see where they mark it. And that's going to be a 7-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Pac Prime. 2nd and 7, 5 minutes and 33 seconds left in this contest. Under 6 minutes before we crown a 7 and under national champion for the year 2021. And flags on the play. Here's Aiden, number 1. He'll stiff on one player. And caught around the 25. And he'll just probably need to learn how to switch that football in his hand. Direct snap once again. He'll look to stiff arm a couple players. And the ball is out. They strip it. And I was just talking about he'll need to learn how to switch that ball to another hand, because that is where the defenders will try to punch that out. And it's exactly what happened on that play, running the identical play, running it the same way. He left it in the actual inside where all the defenders are coming. They'll teach you as a running back coach, switch the ball so you can use the opposite hand to get the defenders off you, and they punch it out. That's going to be RDU's ball. Yeah, and listen, you guys all watch youth football. You never seen RDU come out here in the neon green and black, so it looks like the exact setting. So it's going to be the rare RDUs tonight. They shouldn't have came out here in the uniforms if they didn't want me calling them the RDUs rare breeds tonight, you know. So forgive me, parents of the RDU group, you know, but you still can't take away one title that won't change, and that's called national champs. Right now, if it holds serve for the next 3 minutes and 51 seconds, can't mix that name up. Youth national champs, back-to-back champs, if everything holds serve for the next 3 minutes and 51 seconds. And how many teams can say that they've been back-to-back champs? Quarterback could call his own number. Wow. As you can see, RDU's defense just swarming to the ball, penetrating and playing defense on the other side of the line of scrimmage. 3 minutes and 1 second left in the game, ladies and gentlemen. 14-0 is your score. RDU over Pac Prime thus far. It's been all RDU defense. Pac Prime has had some glimpses of doing something special, but just have not been able to put consecutive plays together to really drive the field against this RDU defense. And it will be 1st and 10, RDU interception. So they're going to call that incomplete. So it'll come up 4th down. It looked like he picked it, put himself in great position for the pick. So that'd be 4th down. Players come over to get the play from the coach. He'll talk about it with his skill positions, trying to get on the board to make something happen. If they are going to do a comeback, It would need to start right here on 4th and 6 with 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in the game. So they'll need to go step by step. They can't worry about the next play. They got to just worry about this play. So we'll see what they call here. They'll need to dial up something that can get them a first down and 6 yards. Number 1's in the backfield. Low snap. He'll throw it. He swallowed up, couldn't get the ball off. Quarterback sack as he was attempting to throw to the flats. And he'll be sacked, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do it for their offense now. RDU will take over. Turnover on downs. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game. Your score is 14-0 RDU.
Hey Siri, what's the weather look like?
It looks like you're gonna need an umbrella. It's a little bit drippy.
You ain't never in the city, how the f you niggas active? I be hollering free little sunny till I'm screaming that shit backwards. How you sliding, ain't nobody dying, that's a capital rapper. These lollipop, and I better yet, them boys the rapper. If I call it, it's disaster. Nobody matters. Can't catch my drift, I be swerving right there past it. You sent them boys to crash, oh that's your ass, go get the powder. I rock to make them ends meet, Lanine ain't tryna battle. I pick you.
I want to talk about them Texas and Florida boys. Come check us out. You yeah, check us out. Yeah.
So what? Yo, my fire at, bro. What you mean, hold on? I didn't tell you hold on what? Nigga, I didn't tell you hold on when I gave you my dog. Dog, this shit ain't over yet, man.
And he's off to the races to the 40. One play in the mix. And with 15 1:51 left on the clock. He's escorted out of bounds. RDU on the move. They're trying to get the kids to get another score. Why? It's the national championship. They want to have a little fun. And Pac Prime wants to have a little pride out here and make sure they do not give up another score. Coach sending in his hand signals to the 7 and under team right now. Reverse, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, and that's number 1 on the tackle. Number 1 is playing some lights out football. He maybe couldn't get it done on offense, but definitely getting it done on defense. Still on his feet, breaks the tackle, stiff stomps. He's going to accelerate. Number 1's trying to run him down. He'll get him and push him, and they'll mark him. Nope, touchdown RDU. Touchdown RDU, as they will do the hat trick and put up 3 touchdowns with only seconds left in the game. And that will run the clock out right now, ladies and gentlemen. That will do it for your youth national championships for 7 and under. And congratulations to RDU out of Georgia. They are your 2021 7 and under youth national champions. Make sure you keep it tuned in. Next 8U action. Twin City Outlaws taking on the number 1 team in the country, Georgia Eagles, the high-flying offensive machine that goes down right here on Generation X Youth Sports Network.